So in the previous video I was discussing about the mechanical angle and electrical angle relation. I was explaining it. So I have drawn in the previous slide I have drawn like this, North Pole and South Pole I have drawn like this, and suppose a conductor is placed like this. So the at this condition this position is A, suppose this is B, and if you rotate it by 90 degree like this, then its position will be like this, means A will be here and B will be here, and once again it is rotated by again 90 degree, the position will be A here and B will be here. If you rotate again 90 degree, its position will be like this, A will be here, B will be here. If you rotate again 90 degree, then what will happen? Its original position will be achieved. A and B will be like this. So this is your conductor placed parallel to the north and south pole. So at this time there is a no flux cutting through this, so induced EMF will be 0. So if you rotate it by 90 degree, you see 90 degree is rotated. How you are rotating? This is conductor, it is mechanically rotated. So 90 degrees rotated, at this time maximum flux will cut this line, so induced EMF will be high. Again this 90 degrees rotated here, so induced EMF will be again here 0, because very few lines of flux cut it. Again if you bring it by 90 degree here, the flux cut will be maximum and induced EMF will be maximum. Again you bring by 90 degree, same position will come. Means mechanically you have rotated this portion by how much? Mechanically you have rotated this by 180 multiplied by 2. Yani ke, it means ki you have mechanically rotated this portion by 360 degree. In the form of 90 degree I am taking here, but slowly we are going from 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. Means ki mechanically this conductor is rotated by 2 pi radian. So mechanical angle is rotated by 2 pi radian. So now how much electrical angle is rotated? How can we find how much electrical angle is rotated? So let us see it. I am drawing a rough diagram. When AB position is there, so I am drawing this as induced EMF E, and here angle theta E, electrical angle. So once it is this position, so change in flux is 0. So because this line is parallel, so change is almost 0, no flux is cutting, so induced EMF will be 0. Once it is rotated 90 degree like this, rotated this position A and B, what will happen? Then induced EMF will increase up to 90 degree. You will see here up to 90 degree induced EMF will be increasing. This position is your pi by 2. Again if you move by pi by 2 degree, then this position, A position is under the north, now it will come under the influence of south. So its direction, means its value will reduce like this, another 90 degree, and this position will come. Again you rotate it by coming here, so this position is your 180, and again you rotate it, this shape will come. So here you see electrical angle and mechanical angle both are same, 180 degree if you are rotating, then electrical angle and mechanical angle will be same. But if you are putting like this 4 pole as shown here, suppose this is 4 pole, so if you rotate one mechanical angle complete cycle, during this complete cycle, if you are giving one rotation complete mechanical angle, there will be 2 electrical rotation, because one north and south pole creates one electrical rotation, so another north and south pole will create another electrical rotation. So relation between theta electrical we can generalize P by 2 theta mechanical. Here theta mechanical, suppose P equal to 2. Let us consider if pole is 2, so theta electrical will be P by 2 cancel, theta mechanical. Theta mechanical means in this case both will be same, but if pole is 4 as shown here, so theta electrical equal to theta electrical angle equal to 4 by 2 into theta mechanical. Okay, then if you are rotating this one mechanical angle means 2 pi, then electrically it will rotate 4 pi. If you are, it will be 2 multiplied by, suppose one rotation is given by mechanical 2 pi, then it will be 4 pi. So this electrical angle and mechanical angle relation is, this is very important relation, you should keep in your mind. Another definition, that is called pole pitch. Pole pitch means one complete pole pitch means north to south, it will create 100 electrical angle, that is called one pole pitch. One pole pitch means between north and south how much electrical angle is created? 180 degree electrical angle is created. So this is called one pole pitch. How it is coming? 360 by P into mechanical. So mechanical angle, if you are giving same from this relation, this relation and electrical angle, mechanical angle, this is electrical angle, and you just put the value of electrical angle, mechanical degree. This is actually electrical degree and this is mechanical degree. I am talking mechanical degree or mechanical angle. So this is mechanical degree, MD means mechanical degree, and it is 180 degree multiplied by electrical degree. You see electrical degree is how much? You can convert it into mechanical degree using this relation. So you will get like this. So this is the relation between electrical and mechanical angle, and most of the place it will be used, but it is very simple also to remember. Yeah, theta electrical equal to theta electrical degree equal to P by 2 theta mechanical degree. This is a very important relation, electrical, and pole pitch is 100. One pole pitch means 180 degree electrical degree. That is called pole pitch. So this is very simple definition about the pole pitch and the relation between electrical and mechanical, which I have already discussed. This is also very easily available in any book, whatever book you want to follow. Like I have told you, 3 books you have to. That is very standard book, and if you want also some some other books also you can also follow, but electrical machine should be very strong for electrical students. Some book like Ashfaq Hussain is also a book, and P.S. Bhimra book is also there. You can also follow that book also, but the best book I have already told you. Now in this video I will explain how induced EMF is produced and how we create induced EMF in a DC machine. As armature rotates in magnetic field produced by a stator pole, voltage is induced in the armature called back EMF. This is the definition of back EMF. As armature rotates in the magnetic field, this armature, this is your armature, this is rotated in your magnetic field, this is armature, and it is being rotated in magnetic field north and south. So what will happen? Induced EMF will produce in the armature winding. This is called back EMF. This definition you should keep in your mind, that as the armature rotates in magnetic field produced by a stator pole. This is the pole produced in a stator. This is a stationary part, and this part is the rotating part. So induced EMF is produced in the armature winding, which is rotating. So suppose if P is the number of poles, phi equal to flux, here flux is going, phi equal to flux, Nm, a speed of the motor in revolution per minute. RPM, very important, I told you RPM and rotation per minute, time of one revolution. Time needed to one revolution will be, you can see this second. Z equal to total number of armature conductors. Suppose ki how many armature conductors are placed on the armature. Z equal to number of armature current conductor, and A equal to number of parallel path. How many paths are there? Parallel path I have discussed in my lecture number 3. Parallel paths. It is equal to 2 for wave winding and equal to number of poles for lap winding. P equal to A equal to parallel path equal to 2. This is fixed for wave winding. Wave winding. And A will be equal to P for lap winding. Lap winding. So these two type of parallel paths are available only in DC machine. Z equal to total number of conductors. I have shown you in previous slides how number of conductors are placed on the slots available in the armature. So we have to find how induced EMF is produced. So induced EMF is, what is induced EMF? Flux by time. Flux by time is called induced EMF. E equal to d phi by dt. Change in flux by time. This is written flux by time, and per revolution divided both the side. So equation remains same. Flux by time by revolution, time by revolution. So flux per revolution, it is P. How it is coming P? Flux per revolution is P multiplied by 5. Flux per revolution means in one revolution how much flux is going. Here number of poles is P, so P multiplied by 1 pole produce flux 5. So how much flux will be produced by P pole? P multiplied by 5. Time per revolution. Time per revolution means N, time per revolution. N, what is N? Nm equal to revolution per minute. Nm is revolution per minute. So revolution per minute, this is given revolution per minute. So you can change this revolution. This is Nm revolution. Suppose it is one rotation. Suppose it is 1 RPM, like that. I am writing Nm. I am writing for one rotation per minute. Means ki rotor is rotated one time in the magnetic field. This is called 1 RPM. If it is rotated 10 times, then it will be 10 rotation per minute. If it is rotated 1000 times, then it will be 1000 rotation per minute. This is the rotor speed measured in rotation per minute. So here I want to convert in rotation, I want to convert it in per second. So what will happen? 60 divided by Nm. It is a time by revolution. You see, time by revolution. Here revolution divided by, here you can see Nm. What is Nm? Nm equal to revolution per minute. This is revolution per minute. So if you convert it into second, it will be revolution multiple, minute is converted into second, revolution second. So this is revolution and this is your time, revolution by time. So Nm, you can write revolution by time and into 60. Yet this time is in your second.